It's Howie. I'm with Sierra Mountain Guides. I'm one of the local mountain guides in the Eastern Sierra. And I'm out here today with this group, with Josh, actually, the Eastern Sierra Avalanche Center forecaster. And we are talking about how to use the bulletin out in the field. The beauty of the bulletin, in my opinion, for the user is that you can take the bulletin out in the field with you. You can rule out certain bits of terrain that you think are not going to be safe, and then you can use what's said in the bulletin to target areas that you think will be fun and that you think will be safe enough to ski. You have to remember that the Eastern Sierra Avalanche Center Bulletin is a regional forecast. It goes all the way from down to Bishop sometimes, even all the way up to Bridgeport sometimes, and it's a very diverse area. You have to make a localized forecast for yourself. And the only way to do that is bring the bulletin out in the field with you. And that's like having a forecaster right there with you advising your terrain choices.
2 days ago, we had 6 to 12 inches of snow with moderate winds at the ridge tops coming out of the southwest. So we're looking at this terrain that we're interested in skiing up here, and the northeast aspects is what was the most concerned. It's rated moderate, so that skier-triggered avalanches are possible. And so what we'd like to do is we'd like to get up there and assess that snowpack and see if it's safe enough, if we deem safe enough to ski, or if it's not, we want to have an option to ski something else that doesn't put us in danger. And up at the top of the ridge lines is probably the most likely spot for wind load, and so we want to try to focus our assessment right up in the very top of the ridge. But if it doesn't look good, we have an option to go down the other side of the ridge and come back down through these trees the same way we came up, so we can have a safe option out if we need.
So we're talking about skiing some of the terrain in the back here, or maybe some stuff around the corner, but we're not totally sure about conditions or stability until we get up in there. So we want to try to find a safe route to go up, and along the way maybe dig a pit or two and try to assess the conditions as we climb. So I think we're going to climb through these rolling hills kind of off my left shoulder up to the saddle, which is really safe terrain. There's a low likelihood of triggering any slides in there. And then as we get higher and we can assess the snowpack better, make some decisions about where we want to actually ski.
Okay, so we want a 30 centimeter by 30 centimeter column that's isolated on all 4 sides. And we'll see, we'll tap it first with the wrist, see if there's any kind of reactions in the layers and the weaknesses. 7, 8, 9, 10. And saw something right there. Little layer right here that fractured. That's pretty much right, the old fluffy snow with the hard layer underneath. That's what we'd expect. And that was a CT9. Now the elbow, 9, 10. Nothing there. Now we'll go from the shoulder. Some compressive, progressive fractures here. There's a decent one right there. It's a fairly nice planar shear. So we had two layers that released. One is this upper layer right underneath the new fluffier snow, and that was a relatively easy shear, a CT9. And so what we'd be worried about there is if this was a more thicker layer of snow on top and a steeper terrain feature, that's possible where a skier could trigger an avalanche. We had some stronger winds on the ridge tops during the snow event, and yesterday they were pretty calm. So our advisory today is moderate for wind-loaded higher elevation areas and low for other areas. A lot goes into producing an avalanche forecast. We use our own backcountry observations, we use observations from others, including information from Mammoth and June ski patrols, and we combine that with the weather forecast and the current weather to produce something that's understandable and useful for the general public. The purpose of the Eastern Sierra Avalanche Center is to provide information to the public so they can make good decisions when they're out recreating in the backcountry. To accomplish this goal, we produce a regular avalanche advisory, we provide education and outreach events, and we maintain a public interactive website.
We couldn't do the work we do without the support of the community. We rely heavily on the generous support of our major funding partners, local businesses, and members like yourself to help us raise the money we need to fund the work of the center.
The Forest Service manages the Eastern Sierra Avalanche Center as part of a collaborative effort And our role is really to provide the staff, and what that allows us to do is hopefully maintain some sustainability so that the avalanche forecaster has access to a vehicle, to computers, to all the infrastructure the government can provide, and really make this a lasting operation.
Each year, ESAC throws a season kickoff party in December with free avalanche awareness workshops during the day and a presentation in the evening. The event is designed to get members of the community together and psyched for another great season, increase awareness, and raise money to help get things rolling. Your participation in and support of the center does not have to be just financial. We are a news center with a small staff, and our forecasters are always clamoring for more information about what's happening in the backcountry.
And you go down on the front page, and there's a list of current discussions and the recent observations. And here's our recent observation here. You can check it out. So all the information we entered is here. Our route, the weather, and the avalanche activity, and the photo with the crown of the avalanche right there. There's only 2 of us working for the Avalanche Center, and it would be really great if all of you guys who are getting out there could let us know what you're finding out there. It's really important to, even if you're finding stable conditions and you want to tell us that, or if you're finding slides or looking at doing a snow pit, and you can let us know a lot of information, and that's really valuable for us in making forecasts a little more area specific and giving you guys as skiers better information. And you don't have to be an avalanche expert to be submitting observations. Don't be shy. Submit often, submit lots. We're really interested to hear what's going on out there and what you're seeing.